Hey there, let me tell you a thought-provoking story about faith, doubt, and unexpected turns of events. In a small coastal town in Brazil, there was this group of people who'd gather every evening at the local cafe. They'd spend hours debating and dismissing the idea of divine power. God can't change the weather, one would say. God can't cure the sick, another would chime in. God can't possibly exist in our modern world, they'd conclude with such certainty. Day after day, their conversations grew more cynical. They'd mock those who held on to their faith, treating them as if they were living in some fairy tale. The group became somewhat infamous in their community for their vocal disbelief and ridicule of others' beliefs. But then something extraordinary happened. On what seemed like an ordinary Sunday morning, the sky took on an unusual hue. The air felt different, charged with an inexplicable energy. And that's when they saw him, a figure walking down the beach, performing miracles that defied all logic and reason. The sick were healed with a simple touch. The storms calmed at his command. The impossible became possible right before their eyes. The very things they claimed God couldn't do were happening in broad daylight, witnessed by hundreds. But here's where the story takes a dark turn. Instead of embracing this divine revelation, they doubled down on their denial. Even as the evidence stood right in front of them, they refused to acknowledge what they were seeing. And then, as if nature itself responded to their stubborn hearts, the sea began to rise. What started as gentle waves grew into a massive wall of water, a tsunami of unprecedented proportions. The very force they claimed was beyond divine control was now bearing down on their coastal town. In those final moments, as the water rushed towards them, they finally understood. Sometimes the very things we deny most vehemently are the ones that end up shaping our fate. The power they had mocked turned out to be very real, very present, and very capable of proving them wrong. This story serves as a reminder that sometimes the universe has its own way of responding to our doubts and challenges. It's not about punishment or revenge, but rather about the humbling realization that there are forces beyond our understanding, beyond our control, and beyond our ability to deny. In the end, their story became a cautionary tale about the danger of absolute certainty in our disbelief, and how the very things we claim impossible might just turn out to be the most real of all.